was easy, but you know, we both played in situations like that. That's not an easy play.
No,
Will's such an athlete.
Beat your man there. There's a big
All right.
look.
Now we're gonna see if Chad can come out with this one.
Into double coverage. Jorgensen
Chad comes down with it.
Pulls it down. Nice big play. Resets to Rusnagel. Rusnagel back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen hits Selfridge. Selfridge with a cheeky floaty backhand. Back to Snog for the goal. Let's go, Snog. Now here, that looked more like what I would expect from the Spiders.
Absolutely. Some chunk yards. Uh-oh.
There's the deep look. Help coming over the top.
That's a nice toss.
Too little, too late.
Down with it.
For Oakland. There. Find a chunk yardage up the sideline.
And they're going for it.
Shoot. Here goes Selfridge. We got a big play here. Oh, runs it down.
Wow. All right, it's a great throw from one. Ooh, far on the sideline. Huff playing some good handler defense.
Back to Podolski.
They get a cheeky
to
inside.
Maxson.
Huck, look. Browning on the coverage.
Walkenberg again, boxing out. What a box out for the goal for Frankenberg. He has been at his footprint and his fan print and every other print that he can possibly have on this game so far.
He made that absolutely impossible for the Shred defender to make any play.
Downfield defense forces a reset around.
Oakland using the whole width of the field well, but Luke!
There's a poach D!
There we go. Luke Jorgensen making his presence known on the defensive side.
Making his presence known. Luke Jorgensen is back.
Oscar?
Oscar Brown. A little hard to tell with the sun right now. Tony Mwanga with the deep shot over to the Rue. Makes a great closing play on it.
Gene looks
comes
the red
on the
zone.
around. Forsberg snags
right
the
on the
disc
goal line.
and in for an easy
and
cheeky
just
goal.
like that.
And they're fired up.
And just like that.
Pugh with the goal. McKay doesn't really have a lot going downfield. Snog finally comes in on the open side there. Pumps a big backhand.
Braden Eberhard very open.
Gets to Eberhard. Eberhard up to Kerr. Kerr looking to Jorgensen. Jorgensen, oh boy. Wow,
he lays out and gets
from
it.
Will Selfridge.
Let's go.
Stays with it. He had a little bit of a trip up with his feet. We both saw it. That's where the 0-0 came from. Excellent throw to get there. Browning with a bid.
Wow, that was close.
On Frankenberg. Frankenberg pushes it up on the sideline. A cheeky lefty to keep the disc moving. They're just marching it down this near sideline.
Frankenberg asserting himself. This is going
long.
long.
Oh, what a throw.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Visionary.
That was incredible.
And the kick spike.
I believe that was Jorgensen. Looks off Kerr in the deep space. McKay, Jorgensen with the disc finds Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge puts it up for Snog. Way to work, Snog.
Very nice.
Nice
Snog,
rundown.
Snog runs some nice long routes. Makes it very difficult to defend because he's... Meanwhile, we're going backwards some more, so they must agree in some amount.
Gene to Brown. Puts up a hammer. Dudabile!
Again!
The man! Dudabile.
Give that man a medal.
With the hammer. There's an around. Back to Frankenberg. Frankenberg, another fantastic throw.
Gene's in pursuit.
Wow. Chad looking for anything downfield. Decides to shoot it to Jordan Kerr. Kerr tracking.
Double teamed.
Looking. Gets up over Jordan Kerr.
Wow.
What a jump. That was side there.
Snog running his trademark long routes.
It's Jorgensen.
Oh, wow.
Up to Selfridge.
What a leap.
With a massive leap. Wow. That's. You ever consider doing some track and field there, Will Selfridge? That was awesome.
Fun fact, the first year at the Shred Tryout Combine, they did measure long jump. Surprisingly.
That had any sort of threat, correct.
14 seconds left.
There's a bid. Oh, what a snatch!
Wow!
Holy
Ben
moly.
Ashton!
That was a huge D.
You know, something that the Spiders offense has done very well that the Shred has had a hard time doing is turning their deep cuts
Eberhard is flying deep. Nobody picked him up. Kerr puts out the disc. Let's see if Eberhard can come down with it. And he does. What a grab for Braden Eberhard with the bow and arrow celebration.
Selfridge ran a great route.
Oh,
that's a
almost a peel help defense though in the mid space. Braden Eberhard.
Look who
he's a deep threat. Stay in bounds. What a grab! Definitely had to work pretty hard to go get that. Oh, and a pressure D from Dudabile. Sees the space. Mwanga's going to put it up. Dudabile again with the score.
Bookends for Dudabile. But you can't. I mean, he is going to hustle.
I would say at the beginning of the year he had some issues with that, but here's a great huck.
Wow.
What a good huck from Adam Reese out into space. Saw a matchup that he liked and just kind of put it on a platter and it just went there. Eberhard on the mark, tries to get the around. Dunabile on the mark, and there's
Shoot
the
to
shot to Frankenberg on a much smaller McKay Jorgensen, and what a beautiful shot it was. Right to the back of the end zone.
Whoa.
A huge spike from Frankenberg. Triple team there on Selfridge, who stays. So kind of actually a blended line here. And there's the shot, 31. Oh!
What a catch!
Wow!
Is that Nate DeMorgan?
Was Nate DeMorgan making his presence felt.
That is exactly what you need to take the momentum that was kind of lulling and throw it right back in your favor.
Wow, he is beaming from ear to ear right now. Everybody wants to give that man a hug. Hopefully some of that DNA washes off on him. What a grab.
Let's watch that again.
That's Dunabile. Really needs to get something in here pretty quick or else they're going to be hurting. Crawford with the diz. Crawford has a deep shot if he wants it.
Doesn't take it.
For the under. Good bid and the pressure. And Weinberg is stoked as he gets the D.
I think Kyle got a hand on that.
He definitely, I think, is the best way of describing it. There's one.
And there's centering throw, and they will shoot.
There's another one. Forsberg doesn't even
like,
move.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, the Oakland player dropped it.
You know, I don't think that's going to make the highlight reel.
And there we go, folks. That is the game. Salt Lake Shred take it 25-21 in what was a game that was tighter than the score perhaps suggested.
Yeah, well.